What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV. Welcome to the very first episode of the Ask Super Saf Q&A series. Now initially I'd like to start off by apologizing for the delay in getting this video to you guys, and that's mainly been because I've been so busy with lots of other content which you've been seeing on the channel, so apologies for that, but I will be trying to do these a lot more regularly. And also a big thanks to each and every single one of you who got involved in the previous video and also tweeted and asked lots of questions and comments. There was over roughly about 200 I believe entries in total. And as promised, you have all been entered into the WinnerGear Car Mount giveaway, and that has been selected at random and will be announced towards the end of this video, so do stay tuned for that. Now, as I did mention, there has been a lot of questions, so I won't be able to answer every single one of the questions, but I've picked out the most commonly asked questions, some really good questions and some that were just funny. So do hit that thumbs up button and let's get straight to it. So to start off with, one of the most commonly asked questions on the channel overall actually, is it worth upgrading from the S3 to the S4? Now I have created a hands-on comparison of the S3 versus the S4, so do go ahead and check that out if you want a detailed comparison and lots more different ideas of what's different between these two. But in simple, I would say that it's not worth upgrading from an S3 to an S4. You know, maybe wait for the S5 unless you've got the money, and if you're a tech enthusiast who wants the latest gadgets, then the S4 is a great device, no doubt. Universal Star 2000 asks, would you sell your channel for £500 with all of your subscribers? No, I would not sell my channel for £500. I wouldn't sell it for any amount actually, unless it was $1 million. No, I'm joking. No, I wouldn't sell my channel, sorry. Now there's lots of interesting questions around the next big form factor. With tablets getting smaller and smartphones getting larger, what do I think is the next big form factor? Now I find Google Glass quite interesting. I think that's a very interesting sort of concept. I mean, just looking back a few years, quite a few years actually, when I was studying, and one of the projects I was set was to pick a piece of current technology and predict and design in 3D how that piece of technology would develop in roughly 30 years. And surprisingly, one of the things that I did do was a mobile phone which would then develop to be a visor unit. Now you can see some concepts here, and yes, it wasn't the exact same as Google Glass, but the concept was similar, controlled by voice commands, and eye movements as well was one of the things. So unfortunately I didn't patent the idea at the time, but jokes aside, I do think it is an interesting concept. Google Glass and smartwatches, etc., they're all useful, but I've not seen anything as yet that I think is going to replace smartphones altogether. What I did see, which was interesting, was Samsung's when they were showing off those flexible screens. Now I think what you will be getting is, say you've got a smartphone, you'll be able to fold it open and it'll have a larger screen here as well, so you'll have a small screen device, but you will be able to, you know, extend that screen and almost make it double the size of what the original size of the smartphone is. So I think we'll be seeing more developments to smartphones themselves in the near future, and that will eliminate the need to have a separate tablet as well. You'll have everything in one area. Somebody asked, can I eat you? How about no? There was lots of questions as well over the iOS versus Android debate. Now I have created two videos. One video which is top 5 advantages Android devices have over Apple devices, and also a top 5 advantages Apple devices have over Android devices, and I've done those two videos, so do go ahead and check those out, and I've highlighted in there what I think my top 5 advantages are. Now in terms of other operating systems, you know, Windows Phone, BlackBerry, Ubuntu, some of these new ones that are coming up, you know, yes, there may be some potential there, but I think currently at this point in time, Apple and Android are just absolutely dominating the market right now. And I think with Windows and BlackBerry, I think they've just left too little too late. I mean, why didn't they wake up earlier and just sort of think that, hold on, Android and Apple are absolutely dominating the market here. Why don't we do something? Why don't we create something new, different? Like even Windows Phone, I do really like the interface. I like that tiled interface. However, the App Store is still lacking and it still has a long way to catch up. Maybe in the future we'll see some developments there. But I think at this point in time, it is definitely Apple and Android. That is where the battle currently lies. Now, there was also a few questions around my first piece of gadgetry, or my first phone as well. I've actually got my first ever phone here, which is the Philips Cellnet Digger. Now this was my first phone. Now looking at roughly in 1999, I would say, It's a very old phone, and now this was actually given to me as a gift from my uncle, which is one of the reasons why I didn't actually sell it on at the time. This was pretty cool. I mean, I was in school and I was the coolest kid in school, should we say, because I was the only one with this phone and any mobile phone at the time, which pretty cool. And these days, I mean, every 5-year-old has a smartphone or a tablet these days, so times have definitely changed. AP Gameplays HD asked, can you please continue with your Man v Food series? Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, I mean, I do have another channel as well. It's called 3BM TV. It's a few different sketches and stuff which I do with friends, and also food challenges around the UK. And they're similar to the Man v Food series, if you're familiar with that, because I do really like my food and do enjoy my food, for those of you who don't know. So you can go ahead and check those out. Now, in terms of whether I'll be doing any more, SuperSaf TV has been dominating a lot of my time in terms of YouTube at the moment, but hopefully we'll be doing some more in the near future when I've got a bit more time free, and then we'll be going around and trying out some more food challenges. What guitar is that in the background? Play us a song in your next vid. Now, referring to this guitar in the background. Now, that's a classic acoustic guitar. Now, about playing a song in the next video, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm very bad at playing the guitar. It's just something that I like doing. It's a bit of a hobby, really, but yeah, I'm very bad, so that's not gonna happen. Sorry, mate. There were also a few questions around my equipment that I use, as well as the software that I use and my machine, etc. Now, what I'll do is I'll probably cover all of that in a future episode where I can go through my setup, etc. So do stay tuned and bear with me for that one. There was also lots of questions around how and why I started on YouTube. Now, for those of you who follow me on Facebook and Twitter, if you're not following me on Facebook and Twitter, do go ahead and give me a follow. I am at SuperSaf on Twitter and facebook.com/SuperSaf on Facebook. You'll know that I do lots of photography and video for my profession, and I do post a lot of photos and videos on there as well. Now, when I actually started photographing, etc., then I had a lot of people ask me questions about, you know, which is the best DSLR to go for, how does this DSLR compare to this other DSLR, etc. So there was lots of questions around there that I'd be getting from family and friends. So what I used to do is I used to end up, you know, writing a Facebook message, you know, a really long Facebook message, going through all the details, etc. So then I eventually thought to myself, why not just do a short video, and that will sort of give my advice of what the best DSLR is to begin with, and maybe do a few more through there, and that way I will not only be helping my family and friends and my followers in that circle at the time, but I'll also be reaching a wider audience as I have done now. So that's how I initially started off, and it really just picked up from there. The support has been absolutely amazing, and it's all thanks to you guys that the channel has come this far. And the more people want to know things, and the more people find the videos useful, the more videos I make, and that's just really how it works. So that's how I really started on YouTube, was with that video, and I believe it's got quite a decent amount of views now as well, which is absolutely great. And it was really just something simple that I started off just to, you know, give a bit of help and advice to everyone out there, because YouTube is a great community, and you know, I get a lot of help and advice from other YouTubers as well on here, so it's just a give and take thing. So those were the answers to some of the questions that were asked in the previous video for the first episode of the Q&A series. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And you know, let me know what you think of this format. Do you enjoy it? Do you want to see more? Do drop me a comment below, and let me know some feedback as well. That'd be really useful. And why not drop me a question for the next episode? So the questions that will be in the comment section of this video, and that have been tweeted to me using the hashtag #AskSuperSaf, those will hopefully be answered in the next episode. As for the giveaway winner of the WinnerGear Montar Car Mount, which has been sent over by WinnerGear, so big thanks to them once again. The winner has been selected at random from all of the entries on YouTube and Twitter, and it is Anha71. AANHA71, that's the YouTube username. So congratulations, mate. This will be coming down to you. I'll be giving you an inbox message. And for those of you who didn't win this time around, don't worry, we're going to be having plenty more giveaways, so do stay tuned for those. Anyway, as I did mention, do hit that thumbs up button for me, and if you've not already, do subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.